What's going on, everybody? It's Ndukauba, and today I want to talk about the top 5 games that I have played in 2015. Now, before I actually get into the video, I do want to reiterate that this is the top 5 games that I have played in 2015. And I know a lot of people will glance over this, so just so you know in advance, if you don't see a certain game that you might like in this video, that is not as if I don't like the game. It's just the fact that I have not played that game. I'm pretty sure that the game you might like is a fantastic game. I'm not doubting that. But again, I have most likely not have played that game. So again, this is the top 5 video of games that I have played in 2015. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 5 is Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Now, I know some of you guys may be wondering, Ndukauba, why is Dragon Ball Xenoverse number 5 on your list? You covered the living crap out of that game throughout the beginning of the year. Well, Xenoverse is definitely a good game. I won't knock down the fact that it did give me a lot of enjoyable moments. I had a lot of fun playing the game. I had a lot of fun covering the game. I really enjoyed the character creation aspect. Being able to give them any move you wanted, unlike, how it was in Ultimate Tenkaichi where there was multiple limitations. I loved the layout of the game, how it played, everything. However, that's mainly where it started to end, because especially as the longevity of the game started dying down, which was actually within like 2 months of the game, we found out that there's various bugs in the game, some glitches in the game, overpowered moves, all sorts of stuff. And of course, people exploited that and ruined the entire online experience. And the main thing about that is that Dragon Ball Xenoverse was mainly an online focused game. That's the whole point of Toki Toki City. So the fact that the online experience was ruined, the game just kind of fell off the map for me. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy the game for what it had to offer at the beginning, but as soon as all of those bugs and glitches and exploits were found and people just utilized them all the freaking time, I kind of wanted to stop playing the game. The only reason why I picked it up afterwards was because I got a gaming PC, thanks to you guys, by the way, and I was able to finally play with mods. Mods was a huge reason why the game was able to live as long as it was. You were able to make any character you wanted. Literally, we've seen some awesome characters like, let's see, before he released, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta. We see some like just thrown out ones like One Punch Man, Saitama, and Superman in the game. It was fantastic, but alas, it can only go so far, and after the end of mods, that was pretty much it. So it is number 5 on my list. I did enjoy it, but it died off way too quickly just because of too many issues. Number 4 is actually not a game, or not a full game as of right now. It's more so a demo, but I had a lot of fun playing it that I had to include it in this list. Number 4 is the Final Fantasy 15 demo. Now, again, it's not the full game, obviously it's just the demo, but when it came out with Final Fantasy Type 0, I had a lot of fun playing this game. Now, of course, we had to wait an entire console generation since its announcement as Final Fantasy Versus 13 just to finally get the demo and be able to play the game. And I will say that at first, when the original demo came out, it was fun. It definitely was fun, but there was some minor issues, with the camera angling, partners being absolute idiots due to, like, I guess the management of the AI, etc. However, it was still enjoyable. Once they updated the demo to, I think it's version 2 now, it's good. I love this demo. Like, I've played the living crap out of it. I tried to beat, like, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think it's like Clatobal Pass or something like that. Just fighting that gigantic enemy was so freaking awesome. You're able to actually summon Rama. Nobody even knows how to say this dude's name properly, but you guys get the point. It was such a fantastic demo, guys. You can tell that so much effort has been put forth into making this game, and I appreciate Square Enix for it. I had a lot of fun playing as Noctis. I had a lot of fun summoning, a lot of fun battling enemies. One thing I really did wish was that I was able to at least, ride a chocobo or, ride in a car just to see like how that's like. But even though those aspects are not in the demo, just running around that vast area. Like, the area was freaking huge, you know, doing some sort of side missions, stuff like that. It's good to see that we finally got a small taste of a fantastic game in my book. That's my opinion. But yeah, not a full game yet, but the Final Fantasy 15 demo does take the number 4 slot. Number 3 on my list is Splatoon. Now, this game has given me so much fun since day one. Now, granted, the game did release incomplete. The developers have even said that themselves. That's why we had weekly DLC to get the game up to speed, you know? And to this very day, they're still releasing DLC every week. So it's awesome that they're supporting the game after they actually finally completed it with other DLC updates. But regardless though, Splatoon has been a lot of fun. There hasn't been a single moment where I've picked up Splatoon and I have not enjoyed myself, especially seeing that if you play with friends, it's probably one of the most enjoyable multiplayer experiences that you will have in a long while. I'll give you guys an example. Recently, we were doing a live stream with Kagi for Toys for Tots, a charity stream. And one of the last games that we played was actually Splatoon. Now, one of the members in our squad, ZZ Toasty, he was extremely skeptical about Splatoon at first. It did not interest him in the beginning. But sure enough, he did pick up Splatoon, and we ended up playing it. It's safe to say that I have not seen Toasty have so much fun playing a multiplayer game in a long while. He genuinely enjoyed himself. Like, we actually finally agreed that Splatoon is definitely a squad game from now on. That's how much he enjoyed himself. That's how you know, like, if you can get a person who's skeptical about the game to actually pick up the game, play with friends, and enjoy the living crap out of himself, there's something special about that game in a fantastic way. Again, I've not had a dull moment since I've played that game, and especially when you play with friends, it's even better. So Splatoon definitely does take the number 3 slot on my list. Number 2 is Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, the remaster of the original PSP game, Final Fantasy Type 0. Now, we have waited years for this game to be localized since it's been released in Japan way back when the PSP was still a thing. Now, at first when I approached this game, I was definitely interested in playing it, but of course it came with the Final Fantasy 15 demo, so I played that first and foremost. I had to get my hands on that demo, and I wasn't really interested in playing it like that, you know, the Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. However, I was like, since I bought the game, I will give it a chance, because out of all the Final Fantasy games I've played, I think Final Fantasy Type 0 HD has been one of the more enjoyable ones as of late. Because of course we've had Final Fantasy 13. Me personally, I do not like that entire saga. I don't like it whatsoever. Some cool characters, but I don't like that saga. But since I've picked up Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, safe to say that that is easily one of my favorite Final Fantasy games to date. I enjoyed the living crap out of it. At first, it threw me off because I'm so used to having at least 3 or 4 party members in battle, you know, actually not even turn-based, it's ATB style, but I'm so used to having at least 3 or 4 party members battling, and that is how it is with Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, except your entire party is, I forgot if it was 12 or 13 members, but there's a lot of freaking people in your squad, and there's various choices that you can pick, you know, mix and match some of the characters to fit your playstyle. I enjoyed that, and of course the story itself is actually really freaking good. It was such a sad story. Like, I could not believe the ending when I finally saw it. I almost cried. That's how deep the story was to me. I really enjoyed the gameplay, I enjoyed the story, and I overall think that it is definitely a fantastic Final Fantasy game. If you are a Final Fantasy fan, definitely pick up Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. I loved it. But yeah, that does take the number 2 slot on my list. And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, the number 1 game that I have played in 2015. And since I've got this game, my mind has not wavered ever since. Without a single doubt, my most favorite game of 2015 is Xenoblade Chronicles X. This game has provided so much fun. oh my lord, like again, like I know that I've had a lot of fun playing Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. This game, Xenoblade Chronicles X, takes the cake and some. Lord have mercy, I have not been this immersed in an RPG in a very long while. Oh my lord, like I love the fact that you get to create your own character. You get to make them exactly how you want them to be, except for, you know, some of the females, because they censor the game in the localized version. But that's besides the point. For the most part, you're able to create your character exactly how you want them to be. You can make them sound how you want them to be. There's various classes in the game to fit your own playstyle, like how you want. If you want to use a javelin, like a spear, you can use that. You can use a ray gun, you can use dual guns, you can use a rifle, a sword, a freaking beam saber. What? Are you serious? That is freaking awesome. The world of Xenoblade Chronicles X is also one of the biggest worlds in RPGs that I've seen in a long while. It's crazy to see how expansive this world really is. Pretty much if you can see it, you can go to it. That's exactly how it is. It's crazy. It's filled with powerful enemies. It gives you a challenge to try and see if you can beat the enemy with whichever class you have. Of course, you have multiple partners in the game as well. You have 2 default partners because you join their squad, and you find others along the road. But one of them, actually no, that's an understatement. My most favorite part of this game is having a Skell. Now, Skells are the names of the mechs in the game, and it's freaking awesome. You get to fly in the air, you get to roam around the all the terrain in a much faster pace. You get to fight stronger enemies with them. You can have cool weapons with them. The Skells easily have super powerful attacks that can easily one-shot any enemy. For the most part, of course, like as you get to the stronger enemies, of course you're gonna have to try a bit harder. But without a doubt though, out of all the stuff that I've said, the one thing that did keep me engrossed into this game is definitely the story. Now note, I have not played a Xenoblade game before Xenoblade Chronicles X. I've seen gameplay of Xenoblade Chronicles, the original, but I haven't played the game itself because I was never able to get the game when it first came out for the Wii. And I was not able to pick up the 3DS version of the game because it's only available for the new Nintendo 3DS, and I only have the original Nintendo 3DS. So I couldn't play the game, but I did see gameplay and it seemed interesting. So when I was told that the game is actually a brand new story and you did not have to play the original game to actually get into Xenoblade Chronicles X, that was an instant green light for me. I was like, okay, definitely get in this game. Once I got the game, I sat down, took the time to play it, just going through the story. Lord have mercy. This game's story is just freaking, I love it. I'm just gonna put it like that. I don't want to like spin off and like instantly talk about the story because I don't want to spoil anything in this video, but just know if you do pick up Xenoblade Chronicles X, you will definitely love the story, you will definitely love the gameplay, and without a doubt, this game was definitely worth the $60. So easily my #1 slot for all the games that I've played in 2015 is definitely going to Xenoblade Chronicles X. But I think I've talked on long enough, so let me know what you guys think. Actually, what is your top 5 video games that you've played in 2015? Let me know in the comment section below. But nonetheless, that is the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, if you did, please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Q_Ndukauba. And for you mobile users, if you want to stay updated for all the videos that I upload, don't forget to ring my bell. And as always, thanks for watching. See you guys later.